Welcome to the debut of Inside City, a new interview show produced by the students of San Diego City College. Each week, we are talking to the newsmakers of San Diego City College. The college requires everyone to wear a face mask indoors, and that includes all of our crew here in our studio. We have an exemption for our talent to not wear one while on camera. Our first guest is Sylvia Ramirez, the scholarship coordinator here at City College. We invited her to join us over Zoom to tell us about the many student scholarships available. But first, Jillian starts us off with a look at the many ways City College supports its students.
So many promising students are left thousands of dollars in debt or unable to attend college due to financial concerns. Bridging the gap between those students in need and life-changing money is Sylvia Ramirez. Ramirez is the scholarship coordinator for San Diego City College. She works with donors to create awards that could be the difference for a student trying to stay in school and make ends meet. Ramirez is a lifeline for many. Students can use the money for books, new computers, internet access, transportation, or even transfer fees. Scholarships like the ones from Friends of Downtown have awarded over $600,000 in scholarships since 2000. And that didn't stop during the pandemic. Last year, Friends of Downtown held a drive-through ceremony to honor students. And even as City College slowly transitions back to classes on campus, the push to get money in the hands of students continues to move at full speed.
Thanks, Jillian. And Sylvia, thank you so much for joining us. So last night was the deadline for some of the scholarships offered at San Diego City College. What can the students that are still in need do if they missed that deadline?
Students who are still in need and might have missed the deadline for our Friends of Downtown Scholarship still have one opportunity remaining to apply for that is currently open. We currently have our Silvergate Bank Scholarship open, which closes October 13th. If students aren't able to apply or meet the requirements for that scholarship, the good news is we have an abundance of scholarships opening on December 1st, and those have been designed specifically for San Diego City College students. So there's still time to apply. It will just be in December.
And what are the requirements for the one coming in October?
The guidelines and requirements for the Silvergate Bank Scholarship are that students be enrolled in 9 or more units, have a GPA of 3.0 or above, and are able to share a little bit about themselves and their academic journey here at City College.
And the same question, what are the requirements for the scholarships coming in December?
During the month of December, we'll have over 40 scholarships for our students. So the requirements will be based per scholarship. Typically, all of our scholarships are going to start at a GPA of 2.5 and above. They will ask students to be enrolled in 9 or more units for the fall and spring semester. And also, we'll ask that students have completed anywhere from 12 to 18 units to qualify for those scholarships.
Cool. And how much money are we talking with these scholarships?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. Some of our scholarships start off at $250, and the highest amount that a student can win is $1,200.
That's awesome. And when will the students hear back if they apply?
If students apply during our December cycle, we ask for them to patiently monitor their email as they will be notified of their award during the month of March via email. And then we'll just have a few guidelines that they'll have to follow in order to prepare to receive the funding.
All right. And are there any interviews that the students should expect?
For our scholarships in December, we don't necessarily have interviews. For the Friends of Downtown Scholarship, which just closed and is our biggest donor on campus, students do have to go through a small interview process, but they shouldn't be worried because they're just going to highlight all of the amazing things that they have done in their educational journey, as well as on campus.
Can you give us like a scoop on what kind of questions the students should expect?
Students can expect to highlight everything that they wrote in their essay and everything that they shared. The interview process for this scholarship is a way to empower a student to understand what great things they've accomplished and what great things they are looking forward to accomplishing after they leave City College.
And can students reapply if they don't get it like the first time around, or if they didn't get awarded in October, can they apply in December?
That is a great question. We encourage all of our students to apply for any scholarship that they meet the requirements for, and there is no limit to how many scholarships a student can apply for during our scholarship cycle. We encourage any student who is an awardee from our Friends of Downtown or Silvergate Bank Scholarship to apply in the month of December, since they've already have an award-winning essay.
And I'm sure as coordinator, you've heard many stories that have impacted you. Can you tell us about any of the stories that you remember?
I have a lot of stories to share because I do help the students and mentor them through writing their essays. Some of the essays that would stick out in my head at this moment would probably be from the first students who I ever helped usher through the process. We had an amazing group of nursing students who won and continued getting scholarships for support year in and year out because they were making an impact not only on the community, but also within their major. Most of these students are now somewhere else and have received scholarships as they transferred. So I always feel that winning a scholarship is such an empowering act because someone who you've never met actually gives you funding because they believe in you, your hopes, dreams, and anything you want to accomplish. So I do love the scholarship process, and most of the students who have won in the past, I still keep in great contact with.
Can you give us like a specific story that you remember that's pretty recent?
Sure. One of our students recently would be last year, had been applying for scholarships when she first arrived to City College, and she did not win a scholarship for the first year that she applied. But my favorite thing about this student was that she is so resilient and so amazing that she did not let that stop her. And this year, I'm happy to say that she walked in the door with 5 scholarships from outside scholarship foundations to help her in her last semester at City College. And that just overwhelmed me with joy and happiness because she didn't give up and she didn't stop sharing her story. And the best part is she learned how to advocate for herself and share her story, so much so that she walked in the door with 5 scholarships.
That's really cool. Would you say that COVID impacted scholarships in any way?
Yes, COVID did definitely impact scholarships in a lot of different ways. We came up with new and different scholarships that may not look traditional, meaning that they aren't going to be for $250. They are not going to be for $500. We had a lot of community members step up to the plate and say, well, we can't give $2,000 for one scholarship to help one student. We can give $2,000 so that you could break that up and it would look like gift cards or additional support for students who might need $100 for books. So in the scholarship office, we're always trying to come up with creative ways to stretch a dollar so that we can help an abundance of students.
Mm-hmm. And where can students learn more about other types of aid, not just scholarships?
Well, I think that's a great question. Students can definitely come to our sdcity.edu scholarships homepage to learn about our scholarship opportunities. Another great place that they might want to look is the San Diego Foundation, which is not part of our school, but is one of the largest donors in San Diego. I really highlight this donor because they have over 180 scholarship opportunities for students across San Diego. And the best part about them is if you decide to continue on at SDSU, UCSD, or any school in California, they will support your journey. But the best part is if you want to go to grad school, they also support grad students. And that is something that is unheard of in this day and age.
Yeah, for sure. And do you have any best tips to give to students that are applying?
Students who are applying or looking to apply for our scholarships or the San Diego Foundation scholarships, I would encourage you to keep an online journal, notes on your phone, or an old paper journal, and just highlight any challenges that you're having, and then look back on that to see how you have grown as a student and as a person. It's always wonderful to hear about your challenges, but the challenges that we want to hear about are those that you are able to overcome, and are now equipped with tools to continue moving forward in your educational journey and feel empowered and feel like you know how to attain your goals and complete them.
Great. And can you just real quick reiterate the next deadline, what the calendar looks like for the rest of the year?
Sure. A small snapshot of our scholarship calendar would be the next thing we're going to do is hear about our awardees for the Friends of Downtown in the month of November. Our Silvergate Bank Scholarship closes on October 13th for those of you who are interested in applying. And then we'll have a little bit of a lull in the scholarship office. But on December 1st, we're going to kick off with more than 40 scholarships for our students. So pay attention to our website. I always update everything on our site. And reach out to me if you have any questions or need assistance with learning how to write your scholarship essay. I'll also be hosting scholarship office hours Wednesdays from 10 to 11, and I will post that link on my scholarship website.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Sylvia. You've been such a great help, and hope to talk to you soon.
Yes, I hope to see your application in the pool as well. Have a great day.
All right, Sylvia, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Inside City. That's all we have for tonight. You can tune in each Wednesday night on ITV for more, or anytime on YouTube. And find it all on sdcitytimes.com. And remember to follow SD City Times on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you and good night.